Hello Team Up Forum attendees. My name is Mike Rink, and I'm the marketing manager at Comalatech. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks as well to the great teams at K15T and Scandio for hosting this event. We've been lucky enough to be a part of the Atlassian ecosystem for over 10 years, and it's very gratifying to be able to share that space with amazing partners like K15T and Scandio. I'm here today to share with you the story of how we help the Port of Antwerp work better together with our app Comalatech Document Management for Confluence. Port of Antwerp keeps things moving thanks to Confluence and Comalatech apps. As one of Europe's busiest ports, they are responsible for the safety of 238 million tons of freight every year, along with thousands of ships and tens of thousands of sailors. To support this complex operation, they use Atlassian Confluence for their documentation, enhanced with Comalatech Document Management. The port uses Comalatech Document Management in several ways, including turning Confluence from a simple document repository into a content-managed knowledge base. This knowledge base hosts manuals and instructions for the software used by the port, including articles written by internal team members. The challenge for their knowledge documents was twofold. Number one, ensure that the documents are approved before they are shared. And number two, get them in front of the right people. The approval processes and page publishing capabilities of Comalatech Document Management are critical in solving both of these problems. The port's KB articles are created in a draft section of Confluence, which is restricted to the small team of knowledge workers. Once a draft page has been approved with Comalatech Document Management, it is automatically shared via another Comalatech app, Comalatech Publishing, to a document collection that is available to the entire company. This process results in high-quality support documents that are easily discoverable inside of Confluence. Thanks to Confluence and Comalatech Document Management, the port's knowledge base connects thousands of team members to important documents, ensuring smooth sailing for the team at Port of Antwerp. So, let's take a closer look at how Comalatech apps help the port manage their knowledge base. It's worth noting that while the port utilizes a Confluence server deployment, Comalatech Document Management is also available for data center customers. Everything starts with Comalatech Document Management's approval processes. We call these processes workflows, which are built right inside of document management. A workflow is comprised of one or more states. These states are the phases a document moves through on its way to being published. Here we can see the workflow that the port uses to manage their knowledge articles in Confluence. It has 4 states: draft, ready for publication, not to be published, and published. There are several ways to transition from state to state, but the most common one is to assign a team member to approve the page. Team members can be assigned a review at every state, and you can also assign reviewers in groups. Once those approvals are complete, a page will move to the next state in the workflow. In the port's workflow, they choose to make use of a different transition. They utilize the set state transition, which allows the page author to decide for themselves which state a page should move to. The workflow helps ensure that the port's knowledge base content meets its own standards. But that's not everything Comalatech Document Management does. It also plays an important role in ensuring team members only see approved content and not unapproved draft pages. The port uses another Comalatech app, Comalatech Publishing, to keep their draft and published content separate. One space in their Confluence instance is designated as the draft space, where the team collaborates building their knowledge base documentation. Another, separate space houses the published KB articles, and they have configured that space to allow all their team members access to the helpful content. Publishing is completely automated. As soon as the page is approved to the published state, the content is automatically pushed to the knowledge base. By separating the draft and published pages, the port can be sure that users aren't seeing unapproved draft content. Once the KB articles are live, the port is faced with a new challenge. How do they ensure this content is kept up to date? Yet again, they turn to their document management workflow to help. The final published state has an expiry associated with it, predetermined when the workflow was built. Once the state reaches its expiry, it automatically transitions back to the draft state, restarting the approval process and compelling the team to make any necessary updates. This functionality is very useful in a knowledge base, but other clients find it invaluable in their QMS repositories. The power of Comala document management lies in the approval workflows that you build. Creating your own customized workflow is simple and is done right inside of Confluence. Use a visual builder to determine your states, approvals, and publishing options. Or you have the option of directly editing the workflow via a built-in markup editor. There's no limit to the number of workflows you can create, and you can even export them for use in other Confluence instances. Port of Antwerp doesn't just use their KB workflow, they have other workflows that power their Confluence training program and their safety and procedural documentation. Once you've created your workflow, it's simple to apply it to the content you want approved. Approval workflows can be applied to individual pages, specific spaces, or across entire instances. Another common method of deploying workflows is to add a label, and then every page with that given label will have the workflow attached to it. This is how the port deploys its policies and regulatory documents. There are different workflows used depending on the level of oversight needed for a given regulation. For example, if the user adds the No Approval Needed label, this will enforce a simple approval workflow on the document. Port of Antwerp continues to innovate on many fronts, from commissioning the world's first hydrogen-powered tugboat to digitizing internal information and processes. By creating an environment for collaboration and knowledge exchange, they allow ideas to come from within departments, addressing real needs, improving buy-in, and allowing innovation to flourish. They are continuing to find new ways of making the most of Confluence, with the help of Comala Document Management, and we're excited to see what they'll come up with next. If you're interested in learning more about document management, we do offer a more in-depth webinar you can find on our website. You're also welcome to follow up with me at any time. Drop me an email at mike@comalatech.com. Once again, I'd like to extend a sincere danke to our friends at K15T and Scandio for including us in the Team Up Forum. And thanks to all of you as well for taking part. Have a great day.